Chelsea Green is the current WWE United States Women's Champion, and she posted a photo on Twitter, as you do, and some dude, quote, tweeted it like this. So you have the photo of Chelsea Green saying, "In Chelsea we trust." She's sort of like an over-the-top sort of character in the WWE. And Bubba Matt says, "Only two genders." And it took me a long time to even figure out what possible connection that has to just a promotional photo of a professional wrestler. And I finally realized, oh, he doesn't like that the flags include like the pride flag or whatever. Honestly, it took me maybe 20 minutes to figure that out because it's just a photo of her. What a strange thing to respond with, only two genders. So his reaction is weird. Even once you realize what the impetus for it was, it's a weird thing to do. Hers was much more straightforward when she replied to him. She just said, "Unfollow me." And let me just say, I love that. I love that so much. I'm starting off this show with it because she is an entertainer, okay? And an entertainer in a particular type of entertainment, professional wrestling, where the relationship between the stars and the fans is super important and can change on a dime, as Hulk Hogan found out when he got booed out of the premiere of Raw on Netflix after being loved for literally decades. And you need to cultivate that. So, like telling someone to social media, like don't follow me if you don't agree with an emoji I used, like theoretically could be risky. I mean, after all, we are told everywhere we look that Donald Trump not only got elected to the presidency, but he has reshaped America and our culture in his image. Him and MAGA have reshaped everything, and everywhere you look, you see people bowing down to that. Everybody's super scared to pop their head up. They're getting warned by their bosses. Even the Democrats in the Senate don't know what to do. But it can be as simple as just, no, I have this belief. If you don't like it, you literally can unfollow me on social media. And if that means that you don't like me, and if that means that I get labeled as a woke wrestler or whatever, which she totally is now, MAGA's attacking her online, then you have to stand for your values anyway. And so I love this. I have more thoughts. Brett, I know you're not a follower of the WWE or whatever. I don't know what you think about this whole reshaping of society thing, but what do you make of all this?
Yeah, but I used to watch Glow Wrestling all the time as a kid. It really defined my sexuality. Hey, the sad thing about Bubba Matt is that he's still gonna be miserable. He got what he wanted. He got Trump in the presidency, but he's still getting miserable and he's still getting utterly rejected by women. This is not gonna solve your problems, guys. And if you're upset with like trans folks, you're still gonna have to deal with them. Congratulations, you made their life more miserable. You did not make your life better. And if you think you can now stridently go out in the public square and with impunity do some weird flexing on someone who could very obviously bend you in half, and I guarantee that is the source of your anger about trans women, is that you're sexually attracted to them and they can bend you in half, in your estimation, if you had to draw one as your archetype. Like, she could bend you in half and destroy you, and she's telling you she's not interested. And the central premise of a lot of these things, these guys that glom onto Trump, the dog brain beta dog, they're like, he wins a thing, he now my hero, is that you guys, you're saying you're gonna be more attractive to women, and you're acting how women will have no choice but to flock to you. No, they have plenty of choices. The reason that women in your weird right-wing podcast can say, like, I think given the choice between like going into the public, and having a job and staying at home is a really better thing. It's like, yeah, but the reason you have that choice is because of people like us, not people like you.
100%, yes. Yeah, that's the thing about the opposition, is that they get to enjoy the fruits of people that they hate, labor and activism. But that's the way that it works. Anyway, I'll just close by saying, I love this. I was already a fan of Chelsea Green. I'm even more of a fan of Chelsea Green right now. I appreciate the deep irony that the first ever United States champion is a Canadian woman. So I think that's great. And by the way, if you want to stick it to him a little bit more, come on the show. We can talk politics or whatever. But anyway, and finally, I also just want to say the reason I think that we need to stick up against this stuff is everybody is rushing to be like, well, I guess this is normal now. You know how like in the first term, everyone is like, this isn't normal. John Oliver said that. Well, I guess now it is. No. No, I don't care that he got elected. It isn't normal. It isn't acceptable. We're not going to allow this stuff. This is going to be a very strange, weird, creepy little pervy blip in history. That's what it's going to be and nothing more. And then sanity will resume itself. That's what it is going to goddamn be. Okay, and I love the people that stand up and make sure that people know that. Never forget Donald Trump. Yes, he finally, 1 out of 3 got more votes than the other person. He has still never gotten even the majority of the votes in one of these elections. It was an incredibly narrow election that had way more to say about Joe Biden than it did about Donald Trump. I don't care what CNN tells you about it. That is what it actually meant. Members make a difference here at TYT. You help make the show happen, and we see you in the chat with your loyalty badge. Click the join button to become a member today.